Week 4 NFL Picks and Preview Show is here, and the band is back together. Myself, Albert Vartanian, Justin Pooni, and Shawn McCormick break down the 4 most intriguing games on the slate and answer the big questions like, why are the Dolphins, who have the best offense in the league and just dropped 70 on the Broncos last week, road dogs against the Bills? Buffalo, by the way, are 3-point favorites. Is home field really worth that much to the Bills? And how about the New York Jets? Joe Namath called them out. Aaron Rodgers called them out. And now reports of tension in the locker room have come out because head coach Robert Saleh is still sticking with Zach Wilson. So how long will this Wilson experiment continue? They got the Chiefs on Sunday, and I'm thinking it ends by the half. We'll discuss. Plus, we'll not only dish out our picks and locks of the week, but the gut feeling pick of the weekend at the end of the show. So stay tuned for all that and much more. I'm Albert Vartanian. Welcome to Homestand Sports. All right, boys, we're back together. A little bit of a week off. Yeah. Week 3.
The band is back together.
That's the beautiful
I don't know if that's a song,
vocal tones of Shawn McCormick.
During that beautiful intro, when he mentioned Road Dogg, I was thinking of the Road Dogg Jesse James.
Oh, you didn't know? Yo, better call somebody. Let's start with the big game.
Love the energy.
Miami Dolphins.
Yes.
On the road against the Bills. The Dolphins just dropped 70 points on Shawn McCormick's Denver Broncos.
Oh, you got to bring that
We're going to talk about the Broncos later. 0-3 Broncos going up against the 0-3 Bears. Yes, it's a very intriguing matchup. So my question first, Shawn, like I mentioned in the intro, they dropped 70 on the Broncos. Best offense in the league. Statistically, they passed the eye test. Tua looks like the surefire MVP through 3 weeks, I must say. But on the road, they're dogs against the Bills. This Bills team has been better since week 1 against the Jets. But is home field really worth that much to Buffalo here?
Let me throw something right back at you. If you were to put these teams and like separate them offense and defense, where is the weakest link on each of these teams, do you think?
Oh, probably Miami defense.
Bills defense.
The Bills got the second best D in the league.
That's true.
So I would agree with you. I'd say it's the Miami defense.
All right.
So it's a tough game, and I agree with you. I'm on the Miami side here. I think.
Whoa! I never said I was on the Miami side.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I agree with your question saying why is Miami a road dog. I don't quite get it. I mean, the Ralph will be rocking. I still call it the Ralph. I'll be there. I'll be there in attendance. I am stoked for this game. I'm going to this game on Sunday. I'll be quietly cheering for the Dolphins. You know, I don't want to get stuff thrown at me or a beer poured on me.
Putting it to the public right now.
Yeah.
So.
Well, they don't know who I am. I don't stand out anywhere. But back to the game. The Bills sacked Sam Howell 9 times last week, but Sam Howell holds onto the ball the longest in the league, or second longest in the league. And Miami has done a great job at protecting Tua. But the way that the Bills offense sort of played last week, they really were methodical, long drives. If they're able to do that and keep the Miami offense off the field, then yeah, I mean, I could see either team winning this game. This game is going to be fantastic.
Justin, the Bills own Miami. Last 10, 9-1.
Yeah.
They've won 7 straight home games against Miami, 11 of the last 12.
So let's go look back, right? So first, I want to address the Buffalo defense. They being the second best in the league, right? Who'd they play? Zach Wilson, Sam Howell, Jimmy G. Not the best offenses out there. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So this is going to be their first real test, right? Now, look at last year. The Bills and Dolphins played very tight games last year, especially the end of last. Remember that game in December? The Dolphins went up to Buffalo. Everyone thought they were going to get creamed, smoked because it was cold, and they put up a very good show. Then in that playoff game, who was the Dolphins quarterback?
Yeah, not
Skylar Thompson, right? So Miami's at full strength. It's still in September. You don't got to worry about the weather. What I'm saying, this is going to be the fact that the Dolphins just hung 70 on the Denver Broncos. Now, that's not saying a lot, but that Broncos defense has some players on there. The fact that they hung up 70 points on them and flat out and made them quit and tap out, this team right here should be the favorite. They're the best team and the most impressive team so far in football right now. The Chiefs are there, all of that. But the Miami Dolphins right now, guys, are that team. Mike McDaniel is the coach of the year. He is proving that he's taken what Kyle Shanahan has done, but put a different twist on it. They're comparing the Dolphins offense to a CFL type offense with the motion they're running behind the line of scrimmage to create matchup differences. What the Miami Dolphins are doing this season is very impressive. And quite frankly, guys like Javon Holland has had a great year so far on the Miami defense. You got a guy like Bradley Chubb, right? Don't sleep on the Miami defense. And Josh Allen, we know, is prone to turn the ball over. So I think the fact that the Dolphins are 3-point dogs is kind of disrespectful. Now, if it was like a 1.5 points or whatever, right? On a neutral field, the Dolphins would be favorites. But, with a home field advantage thing, on a neutral field, then this is basically a pick 'em. I don't think this is a pick 'em. I think the Dolphins are a better team.
It's a pick 'em.
Well, that line is just moved. It's now 2.5.
So there you go.
Which will probably continue to move.
Either team. You're talking about two of the elite teams in this league, So I agree with a lot of what you just said. I don't see them getting to Tua. Again, it would be great if they had Von Miller back. He should be back maybe next week, or at least he's eligible to play next week. Just as good. It's tough to contain the Miami offense. Tyreek, Raheem
Waddle will
Mostert
be
having a
back.
hell of a year. Waddle's back, so now you have to
Devon Achane, not A-Chain.
That's what wants to be pronounced A-Chain.
Achane.
Yeah,
200 yards.
But yeah, I mean, at the same point in time, this Buffalo offense is fantastic too. So this game is going to be fantastic. I am stoked.
Game of the weekend.
Yes.
It could be game of the year.
Okay, one more thing. So
Still
54.
early in the year.
54 is the total right now. It's the highest number on the board, highest this season. But, we were just talking about, maybe you're not a complete believer in the Buffalo defense. I am. 9 sacks last week. I get it's Washington. We just heard some noise in the background there. Don't worry about it. Everybody is okay. They're much better at rushing the passer this season as well. Did something happen? Did I miss something?
No.
Oh, you guys are looking around like we've got an
Keep on going.
emergency.
No, there's no emergency.
So with 54, everyone's expecting a high-scoring game. Does it say under the number or does it go over, Shawn?
I mean, it's tough to get in front of these two offenses. But like I said, if they can sustain long drives and keep the Miami offense off the field, it's definitely possible. I would lean over just because, again, you got all the skill. Both teams can score in one play, 2 plays. Explosivity on both sides of the ball.
Explosivity, what a word.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Word of the day goes to Shawn McCormick. Congratulations.
I'll see if I can throw some more at you later in the pod. I'm not. I wouldn't touch it just because, again, I could see long drives from both teams, just them trying to eliminate the big play, and therefore you have to dink and dunk, run the ball with Raheem Mostert and Devon Achane. So I stay away, but man, I will be rooting for points because I want to be entertained.
The Bills are concerned about their speed. Sean McDermott was asked about it, and they're simulating that in practice right now. And even some of the defenders for the Buffalo Bills, they were asked about Tyreek Hill running in motion, and they're like, well, I hope he doesn't do that because you really have no answer for it.
You don't. And now that Jalen Waddle's going to be back too, and he missed last week when they hung up 70, he's just I bet if I think they had what 6 of the top 10 ball carrier speeds this year in the NFL.
The fastest team in the league.
They could run the 4x100 meter relay and probably come second or third behind Jamaica or the States, right? That's how fast they are, right? This is going to be very, very, very difficult for the Buffalo Bills. What's the weather supposed to be like in Buffalo?
I think it's supposed to be nice.
I think it's supposed to be sunny here all weekend, so I'm assuming it's to be sunny there. So
that's not exactly how it works, but I think it's supposed to be
what?
Well, it isn't.
It's like in The Lion King, right? Oh, Dad, what's that dark shadowy place over there? Oh, son, that's Buffalo. You don't want to go there.
Oh, man.
Anything the light touches is our kingdom. That's what Mufasa said.
I'm going through some tables this weekend. Let's go.
I want to see a video of you going through a table, like Jeff Hardy.
It's been done.
Okay,
he has been through a table.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, he used to be a professional wrestler. Fugazi professional wrestler. Yeah. Okay. Well, listen, I'm big on the Bills. Josh Allen also money against Miami. 9-2. Passing yards per game 276. Rush yards per game 52. Total TD to turnover 34-10.
So
Allen's getting better.
Is that your lock of the week then the Bills? Is that what you're trying to put down right now?
I'm just throwing that out there. We'll get to that later on in the show.
Devil's
Okay, let's get to the next game. The Chiefs and Jets. Chiefs on the road. Laying 9 points against this Jets team. And there's a lot of noise surrounding this Jets team right now. The report that I mentioned of tension in the locker room. The defense isn't happy with Salah. Essentially saying if any other player on the team was struggling the way Zach Wilson is, he would probably be yanked and things would change. But for whatever reason, it's not happening with Wilson here.
I think it's because Zach Wilson is fragile, right? He hasn't gotten off to you always see that with young quarterbacks. You don't want to bombard them and just crush their soul, crush their confidence.
But it's not like it's his first season though.
It's not. But Zach Wilson, look, he's been horrible, right? The Jets have the worst offense in football right now. I just think when you look at this game, it was supposed to be Rodgers versus Mahomes, all that hype, all that hoopla, but now it's just become a sideshow. And I think the biggest thing we're looking at now is how many times is Taylor Swift going to be shown on the NBC camera broadcast, right? That to me is the biggest thing. When you look at the Jets, though, like when you lost Aaron Rodgers, their season was gone. There was no chance of this being reviving. It's done, and you're seeing it right now. Like their season's done.
Well, I mean, if Zach Wilson's the guy, then it's done.
But who are they going to get?
Well, I mean, they got Trevor Siemian, and I'm not putting faith in Trevor Siemian. That's not me saying, oh, put in Trevor Siemian, but like Robert Saleh had to come and back Zach Wilson just for now because there's no other option. Now they have another option, but he's still not another option because he's not probably up to speed on that offense. And again, I think this, like I agree with you, it's a lost cause. You had Zach Wilson there last year. They benched him. He was basically off the team. He was their third stringer.
Mike White.
He was their third stringer last year. And so now you kind of shrug your shoulders and you're hoping that he could learn from Aaron Rodgers. Now Aaron Rodgers isn't there because he's rehabbing his injury. He might be back on the sideline in a couple of weeks once he's healthy enough to stand and walk around and stuff. But man, to have Zach Wilson and him be your quarterback, he is just terrible, man. One of the worst, if not the worst, starting quarterback in the league right now. And I have no faith that they can put up, I don't know, 14 points? 17 points tops.
They're
for me.
they're 9.5 point dogs right now.
So
I'm surprised on 14, right? The fact that like this team, even their defense too, it's been.
Well, I mean, the Jets defense has been okay, but the Chiefs defense to me is what stands out here. Like
that's exactly
they're going to make Zach Wilson's day hell.
They can get to the quarterback.
They can get to the quarterback. You've seen what happens when Zach Wilson gets pressured. It is not good. I would just dump the ball off to the running backs about 40 times in this game, but we've seen it. They're not doing that yet. They're letting Zach Wilson throw the ball for whatever reason, and it hasn't worked out for them. So give me the Chiefs in this one, man.
Well, this was supposed to be Mahomes against Rodgers, and now it's about Mahomes, Kelsey, and Taylor Swift, who will be in attendance. By the way, random fact of the day.
Oh, great.
This is Mahomes' first game in New York, New Jersey.
Really?
In his career.
Really?
Does that mean anything?
No.
Doesn't mean nothing. Okay, what does Taylor Swift being there mean?
It just means that there's something this NBC's going to pan the camera to all night. Talk about all night.
Who the can we talk about this quickly?
I'm sick and tired of Taylor Swift.
I mean, so am I.
I don't care.
And I don't want to be that guy. But
no. I mean,
like the fake chest bumping, the going bananas.
Why is it fake?
Come on, son. Did you see his mom?
That's a lot of
mom's
enthusiasm.
like, hey, Travis, and she's like, jumping on Buddy. Like, what are you doing? What are we doing here? It's so fake too, by the way.
Are you just meant that she's got a zest for life that you don't have?
A zest
I
for
have
life.
a zest for life.
I don't think you do.
What it is
Really?
What it is this. Taylor Swift knows what she's doing. She knows that the camera's on her, and she knows.
Well, look, this is a football episode
and we're talking
of
about Taylor
Homestand
Swift.
Sports, and we're talking about Taylor Swift.
Can you name one Taylor Swift song?
Yeah, shake it off.
No, I can't even tell you.
Shake it off. Okay.
But it was the biggest story of the week. We've
totally.
seen the numbers. The jersey sales gone up.
It matters.
Most viewed game.
It matters.
This Sunday it'll rival. It'll make huge numbers again on Sunday Night Football. And hey, it might get more people into the sport. It might get some crossover,
Some Swifties in there.
some Swifties.
But what does it mean to the number?
It doesn't mean anything to the number.
All right.
It might mean more to. You heard Mahomes say he felt he needed to get the ball to. I mean, he was going to get the ball to Travis
He did it
anyways,
anyways.
but he felt that he had to help his guy out and get him a touchdown. Right?
Super hypothetical, but if Aaron Rodgers was healthy, what would this number be? It's 9 right now, which makes the Chiefs the second biggest favorite on the board.
They'd be like, well, it depends on the record.
3.5.
It would depend on the record.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do the Jets have the same record as they have right now, or do they have? Are they like?
It's not even that. It's not record. It's like have they moved the ball?
Yeah.
Because they
it's
haven't
Rodgers.
moved the
It would be
ball.
Rodgers with the Jets at home with the vaunted defense.
Yeah,
I think 4.5, 3.5 points.
Yeah, it'd be
I'd say
closer to that.
3.5.
I just why stick with Zach
Does
Wilson?
Taylor
It's one of the strangest things in all of sports. This situation with Zach Wilson.
They had no other options.
If I'm
I understand that, but what bothers me, right after Rodgers goes down, they win that.
Boyle, I think, is their
It's
back.
Tim Boyle.
Tim
yeah.
Boyle's
who
Aaron
I
Rodgers'
think
buddy.
who I think will make an appearance in this game.
You think?
I really do. I
He's
think the
so
Chiefs
bad,
might
though.
destroy
He's
this Jets
horrible.
team. But what bothers me too about Robert Saleh, after that first game, he says Zach Wilson's our guy. And he doubled down on it throughout the weeks. But then they go out and get Trevor Siemian. Okay, maybe a slight upgrade.
Veteran guy.
I guess he's a slight upgrade. But why not go out and try and get something else?
But what are you going to get, though?
I don't know.
Colin Kaepernick?
No. I've agreed with you. I think
Kaepernick's going to the CFL,
Yeah,
apparently.
Kaepernick's one of the BC Lions.
No, but seriously, it's the strangest decision in sports. You have a team that, okay, forget the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
A playoff-worthy team
Sure.
with a decent quarterback.
Yeah.
Why not go out there and get something instead of sticking with this guy?
I mean, again,
there's no way he believes in him that
the
much.
season's young, man, and again, I know every game counts in the NFL. You know, you got to make the playoffs, and they have a Super Bowl caliber team. I mean, if the Vikings lose a couple of games, I know you've been like hankering for some Kirk Cousins in New York.
I just feel like that deal makes sense. Yeah.
That if they go 0-5 or 1-6 or something like that, I could see it. But the Vikings aren't going to throw their season away at 0-3. They're still in the hunt for the division. So like. There are no other options. You've seen some of the quarterback play: Kenny Pickett, Desmond Ridder, Zach Wilson. There's other backups in this league: Jacoby Brissett, Cooper Rush, that don't get those opportunities.
Jameis Winston.
Jameis Winston gets one now because
Derek Carr's hurt, though.
right?
He's hurt, though, right?
So again, and that's why I said a lot of teams won't give up their quarterbacks or their backups in case of an injury, and that's what you're seeing here.
But why not? Why can't you go after a starter?
Because what you're going to the assets you have to give up to get, and Kirk Cousins, you're going to have Aaron Rodgers come back next season anyway. He's not going to retire. He's made that very clear.
But if you're not willing, if you're the Jets, you're not willing to sacrifice whatever it takes to try and win something. Then what are you doing?
This is the best quarterback draft this upcoming draft.
But the Jets aren't that team.
But here's the thing, though, right? You know this season's a wash, right? You know you're gonna get at least a top 10 pickish right now. Where they're
it's a wash with Zach Wilson.
But Aaron Rodgers isn't gonna walk through that door anytime soon. So this season is a wash, right? This season is over, right? Yeah. You're not, even if you bring in Kirk Cousins or whoever, are they gonna be able to pick up the offense that quickly and then go on a magical run to the playoffs? At this particular juncture, I don't think so. So why not just punt on this season, get a top pick, right? Draft a quarterback for the future. He can sit and watch under Aaron Rodgers for a year or two, and then when the time's right, he can play. Why not just do that? Because then you at least set yourself up for the future, because Garrett Wilson's still young. Breece Hall's still young. Sauce Gardner's still young. That fits the timeline of the New York Jets better, right? I think that's a smart move rather than trying to get Kirk Cousins for what? Save your season and then you're going to get knocked out in the wild card round anyway, just for a playoff day. It's not even going to be a home playoff day. Makes no sense.
Well, obviously the hope would be to go a bit deeper than just one playoff or a wild card.
It's such an enigma because I think, again, getting somebody like Kirk Cousins who's on an expiring contract, that he could be more affordable. But at the same point in time, I see what you're saying, Justin. But do they want to get a quarterback that's going to sit there for a couple of years and learn under Aaron Rodgers? Or do they want to get another piece that can help them win next year? Because, again, they have like a 3 to 4 year window depending on how long Aaron Rodgers is going to play. Yeah. So it could go either way.
After this, I don't know if it's 3 or 4 years.
But 2 to 3.
At least
he's got another 2 years after this on his contract.
So we'll see.
All right, let's move on to the next game. Ravens at Browns. I'm really looking forward to this one. The Browns laying 3 points at home, total 40.5. This one's all about the Browns D against Lamar Jackson.
The Browns defense has been absolutely vicious this season. You look at Myles Garrett, absolute beast. The Cleveland Browns offense has sucked, right? Deshaun Watson hasn't looked very good. Now they put up some points against Tennessee. Amari Cooper had a nice game. But we've seen Deshaun Watson this year be bad and really bad at certain aspects of it, right? This is going to be very interesting because the Ravens are going to be pissed off after they punted that game to the Indianapolis Colts last week, right? This is the big divisional matchup game. Lamar Jackson has played very, very well this season so far. He's been playing, barring, he has about 100 rushing yards last week, but I still want to see how that figures. They've been ravaged with injuries, the Ravens. They're going to get some guys back. I'd take the under in this game, but Lamar Jackson's elusivity and his X factor, I think that will be the difference, and that's why the Ravens will win this game.
Just to tell you, some people, how good this Browns D is. So best D in the league, just 32 points against. Least amount of total yards, 491. Next closest is the Bills at 759. They've only given up a touchdown, just 6 points allowed in 2 home wins. And the Browns have given up a total of 21 first downs in 3 games. That's 20 fewer, Shawn, than any other team. This is the proverbial test, the big test for the Browns
test
against an elite quarterback. And the Ravens are getting healthy. They're expecting a couple key players to come back into the lineup. I would say, the number is maybe just about right, but probably closer to a pick 'em, no?
Yeah, it's close enough. It's under 3, right?
No, it's right at 3 right now.
Yeah. No, I still like I still like the Browns here because of those stats that you mentioned. I mean, they held Joe Burrow to his career low passing yards. Obviously, he was a bit hobbled. They held the Titans to like under 100 like yards total offense or something. Myles Garrett had 3.5 sacks in that game just by himself. They're gonna have to chip Myles Garrett, so that means you're likely taking out either Isaiah Likely or Mark Andrews out of the passing equation on most plays, because if they chip him, then they got to get up and get down in order to make their route. So that'll be tougher for Lamar Jackson because that takes out at least one of his weapons on most plays. And we've seen their wide receivers struggle. Yeah, and I've again he's got like a 73% completion percentage on the year, like Todd Monken. It's been little dink and dunk, little short routes and stuff. He missed a couple key passes last week, threw a bit behind a few people. They shouldn't have lost that game. The refs screwed over the Ravens last week.
Big time.
But man, like I'm a little worried about Deshaun Watson. He got banged up last week. He didn't throw very much this week in practice.
Should be good to go, by the way. That's the latest report.
He's gonna play, right? But I mean, like with a good shoulder, quote unquote good shoulder, he hasn't been very good. So I want to see what he's capable of with a banged up shoulder. So I'm a little weary there, but I think I would lean to the Browns here. I just think their defense is too much, even with Lamar, because I think he'll be running for his life out there.
I think, I don't know. I think Lamar does it.
I think so too. Like this isn't, calf pain Joey Burrow. This isn't Pickett. This isn't
Tannehill. This is Lamar Jackson.
This is the top 5, top 3. This is a different story. This is a guy who can now throw over 200 yards passing and go for 100 yards rushing in the same game with some options, with a healthy O-line, healthy defense. That's a dangerous team. I love this Browns team. I will say that, and I'm with you on the under. But in terms of picking a winner here, this might be a complete stay away.
Yeah, I'm staying away, but I'm just throwing it out there that I'm on the Browns as far as like, we're talking about the game, so I'll throw out what side I'm on.
Yeah. Both 2-1.
Yeah, and it just like, we saw last night in the Packers-Lions game, you saw that when people come back and they're healthy, Aaron Jones, Christian Watson, they played some snaps, got rested for some snaps. Yeah. So I worry about the same thing with the Ravens returning players there. Like, are they going to be full capacity? We'll see. I don't know.
It's going to be a dog fight, the dog pound.
This game in Cleveland, right?
Yeah. This is in Cleveland, my friend.
Messy weather then.
Oh, probably. Okay, to the final game. We're going to chat about here.
Jones over.
Yeah,
I mean, like you think about it. Like,
he's just speculating on the weather. Yeah, the weather in Buffalo should be nice.
Every game so far in Cleveland's been horrible.
Yeah, the weather matters, right? The weather.
It definitely matters. I just like that he's like, it's Cleveland. Yeah, the weather will be bad.
I didn't tell you
it'll be bad.
That's his new role. He's doing the weather.
Well, at least come with. I need some stats. I need the barometer. I need some.
It's a feel.
I need some
precipitation.
There'll be some precipitation one way or another in Cleveland.
There'll be precipitation, but it'll be in Shawn's living room while he's watching his 0-3 Broncos going against the Bears. He's going to be crying his eyes out.
He's going to be in Buffalo for that.
Yeah, luckily it's on at the same time, so I don't have to watch anything.
Well, this is the next game. 2 0-3 teams. You got the Broncos at the Bears. Broncos, road favorites, 3 points total, 46.5. The tie is 80-1, in case anyone wants to drop a number on the tie.
0-0 tie?
But honestly, what's more fun than watching 2 0-3 teams? Someone's has got to go. But, like, imagine getting 70 dumped on your head if you're the Broncos, and then you follow it up next week as road favorites against a team that's worse than you.
The Bears.
But, Shawn, this is a classic bounce back spot, isn't it? For the Broncos?
The Broncos or the Bears?
The Broncos.
I think
there has to be some sort of response after that. I think New York Giants when they got 40 dropped on them, and they responded. Okay, Giants. Hold on. I know. But Giants a better team, but you got Russ. You can say what you want about Peyton.
Yeah,
legitimate coach.
Yeah.
Embarrassed, integrity questioned.
Yeah, man. I'm speechless. This game,
you literally are speechless.
This game to me is should be entertaining for all the wrong reasons. I see points in this game. I mean, I think the Denver defense has pretty much given up. I don't know. I mean, it's a unit that was supposed to be pretty good, has one of the best corners in the league, and Patrick Surtain. It's just one of those things. You got to contain Fields on the ground, but as you saw last week, the Miami Dolphins trounced them on the ground with Achane and Mostert going for over 300 yards rushing.
700 plus total yards.
8 total touchdowns or something between the two of them, or 6 at least, sorry. yeah, just one of the darkest days. It hasn't been a lot of light days since the Super Bowl win for the Broncos back 2015, I believe it was.
Yep.
Question.
Yeah, please go ahead.
How does Peyton not get fired after that?
You can't. He just signed a new contract.
Doesn't matter.
They're going to get rid of Russell Wilson before they get rid of Shawn Payton.
70 in the NFL.
Doesn't matter.
And they could have scored more.
It does. They could.
No, that's one thing nobody's talking about is his job.
Because
they're talking about Wilson.
Because
You're always
Russell
trying to fire
Wilson,
people.
It's easy.
No, but it's the truth.
He just signed a new deal. They
It
can't.
doesn't matter, Justin.
It does matter
It
because
shouldn't.
Sean Payton has plausible deniability in this because he can say the quarterback's not my guy. I didn't want him as the quarterback, so the quarterback will be the first. He's the scapegoat. Russell Wilson's gone first before Sean Payton.
Does Russ get pulled in this game?
I hope so.
No.
I hope they put in Jared Stidham.
No.
I hope Russell Wilson gets pulled.
Peyton's going to let him burn, eh?
It's not even about that. Again,
No, it is about that.
we talk about it all the time. When is this not a quite draft capital, but you've made your bed with Russell Wilson and even with Sean Payton.
I don't know if they made
I
it.
like Sean Payton. I think I can give him a couple of years maybe, or we'll see. Maybe the league has passed him by. But you gave Russ this amount of money. You just got to roll with him, and it's sad. And I agree with you. Like people need to be held accountable, but. I mean, there's the Denver Broncos. They clear out John Elway. They're working on. They cleared out Hackett. New defensive coordinator, I believe, too. Right?
Lance Joseph. Yeah.
Yeah, and so they're trying to work through things. Man, it's just I just don't think they have the skills to do it.
It's not a good roster either.
But again, now you turn the page over to the Bears and. They're going through their own problems with the defensive coordinator. Who knows what's going on there?
FBI raiding the building.
Yeah, but it's gone quiet, right? Nobody wants to say a thing.
Yeah.
But he's not there with the Bears anymore. You've got Matt Eberflus, who doesn't seem to know what's going on.
His last name bothers me for some reason.
It just seems to kind of
Eberflus.
It's like a Jay Woodcroft type of vibe, right?
A little bit, actually.
You've got Justin Fields there, like again throwing coaches under the bus.
But he didn't
not
mean
being
to,
able
though. He said he didn't mean to do that.
It's a little bit of backtracking, right?
Hey, Albert, I hate you. Oh, sorry, man. I didn't mean to do that. You know what I mean? You still say what you say, right?
I got you.
Again, it's
Well, listen, like I said, 2-0-3 teams, just 6 teams since 79 have made the playoffs after starting 0-3. But only one has ever made the postseason after starting 0-4. Can you name that team from 1992, boys?
0-4?
0-4.
Not Detroit Lions,
I don't know. I'll just
The
say
San Diego Chargers.
what do they call the Superchargers back then? Or
No, just the Chargers. So basically, whoever loses this game can start looking towards the offseason. Maybe
I think they're both
they're probably doing that now. Okay, for the Bears, like let's be real, they haven't been seriously competitive in any game whatsoever. There hasn't been one game where you're like, hey, they might be able to win this game. It hasn't happened.
Well, they were one of the worst teams last year.
And they
too.
still are one of the worst teams. And there was a lot of anticipation. You were big on
Justin
Fields.
Yeah.
DJ Moore coming in. It's not working.
Hey, I thought.
But now, listen, you're 0-3. I would say probably likely to go 0-4. I mean, I'd probably lean towards the Broncos a little bit. You have 2 first-round picks coming up. One is yours. One is the Panthers, who are also 0-3, likely to finish pretty close to the bottom. Is it time to just wave the white flag, Justin
do you
Pooni?
go get Caleb Williams and do you go get Marvin Harrison Jr.?
What if you get both in the draft? You get the top 2 picks.
You could. I mean, look, Caleb Williams has been kind of vocal, but I don't want to go to. I'm going to control the narrative where I want to go, but. I like Justin Fields. I think he has talent, but just the fact, it's just the coaching, the management, and the ownership in Chicago has not been stable. And I think in the NFL, if you want to be successful, you have to have stability from the top all the way down. And the Bears don't have that. The Bears are a joke right now. They're a joke franchise.
Joke ting.
You talk about the fact that, this team was very aggressive this offseason and made moves. The first thing that they did was that showed me that they weren't serious was what they did with Chase Claypool. Week 1, Chase Claypool, they were questioning his effort and all that, didn't want to, play and all of that. They didn't bench him. They let him play once again. So they're not holding their own players accountable.
He apologized.
It doesn't matter. But
No, I agree. Apologizing going on in the Bears camp.
This is the NFL. This is the not-for-long league. If you don't perform, you should not be on the field, right? So when I look at the Chicago Bears, they should have been much. There are people that are going to be a fringe playoff team potentially, right? Battling for this division.
No.
They're nowhere near that. The biggest question in this game is which starting quarterback will be with their team next season? Will it be Justin Fields or will it be Russell Wilson? Because both those guys, it's very likely if their seasons continue the way they're going right now, that neither of them will be on the current team. It might not even be in the league.
Bears quarterback situation is kind of turning into the Browns quarterback situations where quarterbacks go to
die.
They go to be born but they die within a couple of weeks.
Jay Cutler.
I don't want to go on too much of a tangent here, but I'm going to. Nothing pisses me off more than the new era of athlete that just wants to control everything. Like, you shouldn't get to pick and choose when you play NBA players. Damian Lillard, where you want to be traded to. Caleb Williams, where you're going to go when you're drafted. Be grateful you're in the league. Be grateful, because we've seen number one picks fail time and time again.
Jamarcus Russell.
Yeah, Baker Mayfield is not great. Zach Wilson, not great. You know, I mean, again, I'm top 5 picks. Like, just be thankful that you're drafted. Be thankful that you're in the league. Because
I think it's because we can people can choose where they live and want to work, right? They don't have that choice, right? You get drafted, you have to go there and you have to stay there, right?
Pick another profession.
I mean, it's not as easy as that, but what I'm saying is I understand what Caleb Williams is trying to do. Do I think, if you have the choice to go to Chicago or Arizona, I would want to go to Chicago because Chicago's a great city to live in. You play for a historic team.
Arizona's a nicer city to live in.
But this isn't the first time something like this has happened.
Yeah,
this
I know. And
new.
I think
you go back to what, the 80s when Eric Lindros was drafted?
John Elway did the same thing too.
Was it the 80s? I think it was late 80s was drafted.
No, he's talking about the 80s. John Elway did it.
But I'm just saying, he didn't want to go to the Northeast. I'm not going there.
Eli Manning did it, right?
Players do it all the time. It's not new. Players just more vocal. I'm with you with the whole NBA situation and that whole rest and load management. But anyway, this is not an NBA show. This is an NFL show.
Tune into Hoop Talks for that one.
Tune into Hoop Talks with Justin Pooni.
I got confused. He's holding a basketball.
Yeah, exactly. Since week 8 of last season, the Bears, they've lost 13 games in a row.
Make it 14.
Minus 190 point differential in that time.
Garbage.
By the way, when two winless teams play, the Dog, 71-37-4, 66% against the spread.
So what you're saying is,
I honestly, I don't care.
Lock the Bears pick in. Then.
I don't care. I hope they lose. I hope the Broncos lose. Let's do it.
All right. I might have
Caleb Williams
I might have a pick for this game. I'm just saying. All right, those are the games that we talked about. Let's take a quick little break. We'll come back with some picks. I'll reveal our records from the first couple of weeks. We didn't make any week 3 picks. But we got week 1 and week 2 in the books. Week 4 picks coming up after the break. All right, let's get into the picks. Let me go over the overall standings at the moment. Start with myself. Locks, 1-1, respectable, 500. Okay. Gut picks, 2-1, above 500. Overall, 3-2. Justin, his locks, 0-2, no bueno. Gut pick, 1-2. Overall, 1-4. Shawn McCormick, 1-1 with his locks, 0-3 with the gut pick because he decided to go with some anytime touchdown props that were very, very questionable.
I might be hitting that market again today.
Okay, let's start with your lock of the weekend there, Shawn McCormick.
It's the Kansas City Chiefs.
What?
Minus 9.5?
Yeah. Well, no, I'm going to take the money line.
I don't know. That could be a big safety play.
No, that doesn't count as a lock.
Hey, but it is a safety play.
No, I mean, come on. I touched on earlier in the pod, I don't expect the Jets to be able to put up very many points here with Zach Wilson at quarterback. And, again, the Chiefs' defense much improved. Offense is getting healthier. Kelsey, another week removed from this knee injury.
Okay.
I think, again, the Jets have a good defense. I think but how often does Patrick Mahomes make mistakes? Not too often. So I think that they can win this by 2 touchdowns.
Shawn McCormick, wow, laying the 9 points, calling 2 tutties. He's going to be wearing his Taylor Swift concert T-shirt.
Shake it off.
In Buffalo.
Yeah.
Justin Pooni, give me your lock of the week, buddy.
The New Orleans Saints taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Without Derek Carr?
Alvin Kamara is coming back.
Yeah.
He's invigorated. He is back. Minus 3.5. Baker Mayfield, great story, but you're going to the Superdome. And if you guys saw what Chris Godwin had to say, there's no windows there. They lock the doors there, and they're ready to go after you. And that's what it's going to be. The New Orleans Saints defense is vicious. Marshawn Lattimore versus Mike Evans is going to be must-see heavyweight fight, just like what we're going to see on Saturday night with Canelo Alvarez. That's going to be a fight right there.
You just wanted to get that in there, right? You had to.
But this is going to be great. I love it when the Bucs and the Saints go at each other. I hope, Marshawn Lattimore and Mike Evans fight again. But I'm going with the Saints. Jameis time, baby.
I was thinking about taking the Bucs money line as my gut pick. Jameis Winston?
I mean, eat that dub, man. Eat that dub. Do you think that he comes...
What was that?
It's, Jameis Winston. He eats the W.
I hate that
Look it
so
up.
much.
Look it up.
Yes, we've seen it.
Do you think Justin comes in here every week with like an agenda of things like he needs to hit on every week?
Yeah, possibly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
like
You see Fury Usyk signed a deal?
Yes, they did.
That fight's going
Coach
down.
Prime week 2 he talked about.
Hey,
Oh, that was the best one of all time. My gut feeling pick of the week.
my super lock.
super lock of the week. Colorado Buffaloes minus 23.5. One of the best football games I've ever watched.
Oh, another good Colorado game.
here we go.
USC versus Colorado. Shador Sanders, Heisman Trophy at Caleb Williams.
All right.
Yeah,
Also-
Albert, I'm sorry I brought it up.
Shout
Enough
out to
of you, man.
Washington, too. Michael Penix Jr. killing it.
By the way, the number in the Buffalo Dolphins game has now gone down to 2.5.
Yeah,
So my lock will be the Buffalo Bills minus 2.5.
Oh,
Wow.
Sorry. So it was 3
Lock
earlier.
it up. The Bills 2.5. I love their defense. I know they're on fraud watch for Justin Pooni.
That's on my term, but
But they are. But they're not. This is a legit defense. Josh Allen kills the Miami Dolphins. Listen, it's going to be a great game. But at the Ralph, Shawn McCormick in
Ralph?
attendance might be the kiss of death, but I'm going against it.
All right. Well,
I'm going
we're
Bills.
in direct competition, man.
I'm
Let's
going
do a
Bills.
lunch bet.
What's the lunch bet? No, but you eat like Subway and Arby's. I don't eat that stuff.
Well,
Arby's.
no, like
Roast
if
beef
you
from Arby's.
Yeah, but if
This guy loves a roast beef from Arby's.
no, that's how it works. If I win, I get a lunch of my choosing, maybe like a chicken shawarma poutine from a nice establishment around the block. And if you win, you can get a nice little
Steak.
jerk chicken entree with rice or whatever that you get.
Rice and pea.
Yeah.
Oh, I like a jerk chicken. huh?
I know.
Jerk chicken might be top 3 all-time foods.
Nah, I don't know about that.
It's very good,
It's very good.
but
Top 3 of all time.
Okay, give me one in your top 3.
hamburgers.
Yeah, hamburgers and French fries.
Probably.
Yes. Who doesn't like hamburgers and French
All right,
fries?
so all right, man. If you don't want to do, you don't want to do. That's fine.
What's the bet?
A lunch bet.
Oh, so you're going the other way.
Yeah, I'm on the Dolphins
Okay.
all day.
All right, done.
Fins up.
Yeah, put that one on there. Okay,
Okay.
let's get your gut feeling pick of the week, Shawn McCormick.
Oh, Kenny Walker touchdown. It's minus 110 in some spots.
Is this guy okay?
Kenny Walker. Is that
Kenneth
Walker?
Walker.
Yeah, okay. I'm like, Kenny Walker.
That's what I'm like. Is he a country singer?
He probably is.
All right, so you're going
Uh,
Kenneth Walker,
Yeah.
anytime Tutty,
Yeah, that's on the Monday Night Football. Don't.
That's,
And then
minus 110.
I think it's something around there. Let me.
That's
shop.
not even a great gut. Minus 110 for a touchdown. What is that?
What do you mean?
That's your gut feeling?
Yeah, he's gonna score. You made fun of what do you want? You want me to go like a deep money play?
That's your gut feeling pick of the week. I'm going to give it to you.
Yeah, the Giants have given up 6 rushing touchdowns through 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Kenneth Walker has 4 rushing touchdowns. The over/under is about 47.
Bro, I hope you're right. I'm just saying. You're 0-3 with your gut pick, so.
Yeah, but what were you hoping I would come up here with? Do you want
I
like,
like Russell Wilson anytime touchdown.
Jesus.
that's probably like plus 700.
That's what I'm talking about, dude. Okay, Poon Man, 1 and 2. Your gut pick. What do you got?
My gut pick is going to be.
You still looking?
No. I wanted to make sure I had the right one. The odds didn't change. The Chicago Bears money line. Chicago Bears plus 140 on the money line against the Denver
Why are you
Broncos.
doing that to yourself, bro?
It's a gut pick. It doesn't matter, really. And also,
It's gonna hurt you in the gut on Sunday.
no, not really. It's
I'm going
not
to give you a
hurt.
gut shot, dude.
The Chicago Bears are going to beat the Denver Broncos.
It's possible.
They're going to win.
I don't care. Yeah,
It's gonna
that
be
sounds
it's
great.
gonna be like a Colts Broncos situation from last year, a horrible game, garbage game, and somehow, some way, the Bears will win the game, and all disarray. And Russell Wilson will continue to say that. What did he say this week? Oh, if you want to become, you have to go through some struggle to become good or whatever. Some boring, tired cliche he spits out every week, try to seem like he's happy in life or whatever. When inside
He is.
he's dying.
You think so?
Bro, you think anybody wants to go through what he's been going through right now and still can be happy?
I don't
It's
know.
all an act.
You just don't like him.
I hate him.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Gino's my quarterback now.
Part
so
of
I'm happy.
Justin's agenda.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They wrote me off, but I wrote back. You know what I'm saying?
He's still not writing back.
Oh, he's not.
Oh, do you see the way he played last week? The last 2 weeks?
Is
Gino has been money.
Seahawks winning on
Pooni-
Monday night.
Is, Pooni
I like
gonna,
that.
is this a stand situation over
Well,
here?
he's going to rock his Seahawks jersey
on
next
Monday.
week.
Yes.
Oh, I hope so.
You know, I'm going to wear it's Jersey Friday, next Friday on the Homestand Sports
There we
Podcast.
go.
I'm wearing my Dolphins Dan Marino shirt.
You can't. Well, you're gonna have to once the Dolphins beat the Bills this week.
What are you going to wear? You can't wear a Broncos one.
Well, I only have a Broncos.
He's going to wear his
It's a Peyton
Washington
Manning.
Capitals jersey.
Yeah.
Peyton Manning, Denver Broncos.
The man of 1,000 jerseys, Shawn McCormick.
Terrence
Okay,
Ross,
I got
Raptors
2.
jersey?
I got 2. Gut feeling picks of the week.
Oh,
You got to, okay, fine.
I got 2 on it.
I got
Baker
5 on it.
Mayfield, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, money line
Oh.
plus 145, taking down the Saints.
you're going direct.
I'm going
against his lock.
against you guys this week. I'm going against your lock. I love Baker. Don't trust Jameis Winston. I know the Saints are good, but I think the Bucs are actually pretty good. the next one. This is the gut of all guts. This is deep down in my gut. This is like I need to fast to get this thing out of my gut. It's causing an issue.
Hey.
It's like a worm.
You got
that's
the
going.
worm?
You have some issues with that in the past too.
80-1.
Oh, the draw.
Bears, Broncos, tie.
No.
Pick a winner in that. I know you picked the Bears, but really you can't pick a winner.
I'm taking the Bears.
That is right down the middle.
I'm taking the Bears.
Wow. That's my pick. I'm going Bucks money line, gut pick.
I don't even know if I want to hold that against your record once it's a loss because it's such a. I mean, but you'll count it if it's right.
I hope it hits. Oh my god.
I know it'd be great.
It'd be fantastic.
Make sure you sprinkle on it. Sprinkle.
All right, let's go back over it. So I'm going Bills as my lock of the week, -2.5 against the Dolphins. Gut pick. Bucks money line and the tie in the Broncos and Bears game. Justin Pooni is going Saints -3.5 as his lock, and the Bears gut pick +136 on the money line. Shawn's got the Chief laying the 9 points. Gut pick of the week. Kenny Walker. Anytime
Why
touchdown.
am I receiving so much flack for this?
Anytime touchdown -110. All right, boys. That was a good little preview and pick show. It was good getting the band back together.
Yeah.
I love you both.
I'm unhappy.
Why
Best of luck, Shawn in
I
Buffalo.
don't know. You've been. I don't know. I didn't like the way it ended. That's all.
Okay,
but
well.
I'll be.
You'll be the
enjoying my
Ralph.
free lunch next week, so that's all right.
All right, thanks for the boys for coming on. Week 4 picks and previews done. I'll be back on Monday, actually, with some Blue Jays MLB postseason preview and bringing on the Zoobs once again. The Jays not in a playoff spot. They haven't clinched one anyway, but by the time Monday comes around, they probably will do, and we'll talk about their series most likely against the Tampa Bay Rays, and we'll preview the rest of the MLB postseason. So we'll be back as well on Friday. Every single NFL week throughout the season, me, Justin, and Shawn McCormick will be on the show doing our previews and picks every Friday, so please stay tuned for that. For our audio listeners, you can follow the Homestand Sports Pod on Spotify. Please rate and review on Apple Podcasts if you can, and also share with a friend. For our visual learners out there like me, you can catch the video version of the Homestand Sports Pod at the Homestand Sports YouTube. Sub and like if you can. A lot of cool content being put out there every single day on the Homestand Sports YouTube. If you have any questions, suggestions, or just general hate mail, you can send it over to me. Follow me on X or Twitter, wherever you want to call it, at Albert Vartanian. I'm on TikTok, Instagram, and Threads, even though I don't really use that. But this has been Homestand Sports. I'm Albert Vartanian.